Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library. This week we are going to take a look at some AI tools that you can use for free in one way or another. So let's take a look at three of these different sites, and I'm going to try and be a little bit broad this week with my explanations in the sense of how different people might find different AI tools useful. So, for example, Looka. That is one that has to do with how, if you wanted to, maybe with business or with advertising, in terms of making logos and information. ChatGPT, we're going to look at that. That is very broad. We're going to narrow it down and take a look at how you can use ChatGPT to maybe take an article and just find the key points. So just for yourself personally, maybe helping out a student or yourself in terms of if you're doing something, wanting to narrow that information down. And then we're going to look at Diffit. This can be very useful and helpful for parents. It is a site that's geared towards educators. However, if you wanted to take information and gear it from one grade level down to another or raise that up, we'll show you how you can do that. So we're going to go first to Looka.com. When I go to Looka.com, I'm already logged into my Google account. And so what I'm going to do here is I am simply going to go into Looka. I am going to go back here a screen from when I was first logged in. So I've got Looka.com, and I am here at this. I'm going to keep going back because I want to be at the very beginning screen of Looka. And here is what I would see with my very beginning screen. I'm going to, first of all, pick some type of an industry. So let's just say that I want to pick, let's go with beauty, for example. Let's just go with beauty, for example. Then I'm going to just simply go through the steps, continue. I am going to pick a logo type. So I'm going to pick here, and I am going to select, let's just pick one here. Let's go to Casey's Corner as an example. And then I can pick colors. So I would pick what color I would maybe want to go with. And then I'm going to put in a company name. I had done this previously. Notice it did tell me a long slogan might be hard to read. Maybe if I just want to say join us and say continue. And then here I'm picking my different symbol types. So let's just say we're going to do it as a hair salon, and I'm going to say continue. And now it's going to generate these different logos for me. And then I can actually go in and customize these more if I choose to, or I could simply say, you know what, this one looks good. If I did go to customize, this is where I would be at, where I could make some changes. I'm going to simply say, nope, I'm happy with this one, but see how what happens here is if I click over these, I can change this information. That's what it means when it says customize. Now, what I want you to notice is this is where I said some free, some not, because here if I go to download, notice it's got this crown. That tells me that I would be involved here in terms of having to obviously pay information to use this. However, I can go in here and I can simply go to share. So I can copy this link. I could email it to myself. I could send it to Facebook. I could do a message, LinkedIn, any of these sources this way. In addition, I could actually screenshot this. So I could take a screenshot and then use this as part of my advertising, or part of if I was planning a birthday party or whatever that might be. So that is pretty much what Looka.com is in terms of how you can go about this. There's all of these different options over here. It does keep track of my history. So if I were to go to history, I would see what I had done in the past. That then would lead us into with our ChatGPT. With ChatGPT, you can see over here I have what was my gravity key points. I've already done this, but I'm going to do it one more time here so that you can see how I handled this. So what I had done was I had went and I had found an article that had to do with gravity in terms of space. So I have this article. Bring this across here for a minute. This is the article that I had. So all I was simply doing was I was copying the URL, and when I copied that URL, then here is what I had done. I had taken that URL, and if I click here, I can upload files if I choose to, or I can simply if I upload from my computer, I have this URL that I had created, and I simply pasted that URL in, and when I did that, then here is what I got. It's searching the web, it's finding this article. Then what I had asked for it to do was I had put down in my message, I just continued. If you remember from the past, you can actually take information and you can just continue with kind of like you're having a conversation. And I can say provide me the key points. So by saying that, then here's what it's doing. It's turning around and it's saying, okay, here's the key points about gravity from the NASA space page. And it's providing that, and it's actually providing two different responses. So I'm just getting that information very general, very specific in bulleted points. So that is the second way of using some of the information that you'll find available using an AI tool, this one being ChatGPT. And then the last thing we were going to look at is what is called Diffit. Like I said, Diffit, it says Diffit's for teachers. If you go in and register, you can actually still use this. It's going to obviously give you the appearance like you're an educator. But what I was doing here is I am going to, if I go to Diffit, the app.diffit.me, what I have here is if I start here at Start New, what I've got literally anything, books, articles, YouTube link, the PDF, so forth. If I go in here to article or a YouTube link, so I'm going to click on this, and then here again, I'm going to take and paste in that web address I had of spaceplace.nasa.gov that I used to find out information about gravity. But when I am doing that, here is where I could change my grade level. So I could make it be whatever grade level that I would want. Now this article is probably written at about a 5th grade level. So we're going to change this over to a 2nd grade, and I'm going to generate a response. And so what is happening is it's taking that article and it's going to make it so that it's easier for someone that would be of a 2nd grade reading level. So you'll notice it's taken this, it's got gravity's like a superpower that planets have. It's like an invisible rope. So it's explaining that in what would be more of terms and information that would be understandable to an actual 2nd grader. So at this point, I can print this if I choose. I could make it into a doc. I'm going to pull the article back over just for example purposes, because notice, here we have gravity's like a superpower. Here it says gravity is the force by which a planet or other body draws. So you notice the difference in terms of the use of words and how things are explained. So those are the three different AI tools that we took a look at this week. First one being Looka, which is great for any type of advertising, if you wanted to maybe plan some type of a party and you wanted to come up with some different logos and information. ChatGPT, many uses. We took a look at how we could just take information and get some bulleted points out of that information. Great for anything that you might have that would maybe be, a 25, 30-page article that you could condense down. And then we took a look at Diffit, which is actually app.diffit.me. Again, something that's kind of geared at educators. However, parents, if you wanted to take something and take an article, or you yourself take an article and move it down in terms of the reading level. Great way to do that. Hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week.